Y'all are so good about timing. Can y'all hear me? Am I on? Yes. Well, welcome, welcome. Thanks. I want to welcome all of our guests that are here this evening. Thank y'all for being here with your loved one. Also, I want to give a special thank you to all of our presenters that are here this evening. They're all in the back row. As I told Sheriff Hall when I talked to him about wanting to do a Citizens Academy for him, I said, yes, you're right. And I'm going to say, you don't have anything sexy. You know, we don't have dogs and helicopters and everything else, but it's your people that make it so special. And so it's because of them is the real success of our Citizens Academy. So again, thank y'all very much. Also want to say thank you to the class. Y'all have just been wonderful to be with. I hope you've learned a lot while you've been with us. We're not going to let you go after this. After tonight, you're going to be alumni. So we're going to let you know when there's opportunities such as the Last Minute Toy Store or any other opportunities that we have. And we would love for you to help us spread the word about our future classes. We're going to have a class August 1st through September 12th. Coming up, so we'll actually be taking applications in June. But y'all will be getting an email on that. So if you have any friends or families that would like to be in the class, just send that along to them. Your swag bag this evening. Woo! The clear bag is stadium approved. Yay! I don't like giving something just to be giving. I want it to be useful, so it is stadium approved. The box that's in there is for that your award will go in this evening, and then also a couple swag items that our SAFE program gave us and whatnot. So I hope y'all enjoy those. I hope you noticed you got a little extra on your name tag this evening. That jump drive has 175 photos that were taken. Also, your class video that you're going to be seeing in a few moments is in there. We will be emailing you a link with all of tonight's photos that will be taken. So you'll be getting that in an email with us. This evening, Sheriff Hall is graciously available after graduation in front of our step and repeat for photos. If y'all would, take picture, everyone that wants to take a picture with him, go through that first, and then let's let him exit. And then if you want any additional photos, let's do that after that, okay? All right. So like I said, after the photos with Sheriff Hall, you're welcome to take additional photos. Does anybody have any questions this evening?
Website that said, here's all the different ways you can volunteer. Remember that? The lady that, all the different ways you can support the sheriff department, the link to thank you. When they need it.
Oh, that's the transition from jail to community link? Yes, if you emailed me, I passed it on to Dr. Turks, and you should have got an email from her that says how to do it. So I will follow up on that. I'll send it out again. How about that? I'll send it out again. Okay. Any other questions? Thank you for that. Any other questions? All right. Well, let's show all of our guests what y'all have been up to the last 6 weeks.
So whatever the crime is, whatever the situation is, I've always believed that who is done. When they arrive with us, everybody you're going to see, we had no input in the who. We have a chance on the why.
Describe it as a very fun, insightful, and educational opportunity. It kind of makes me want to work here and be a part of this family, but I'll have to settle for the fact that my son-in-law does.
definitely been getting to meet all of the different employees and the staff that goes into each of the locations that we've visited, and seeing the passion that they have for what they do, and just the care that they put into their job.
I was surprised by many things, delighted by most things, and just felt really good about what I saw was happening with the Sheriff Department and with the employees.
Impressive to have a department, to have a lot of people with a long tenure with the department, to have the skill set they have, and the competence they have in what they do. I think that's very impressive. And then I would say the compassion and the culture.
So, if you don't mind, I'd like to give a round of applause to John Adams and Reggie Scott, who's in the back. They put all this together. Reggie didn't wear the right uniform. He wore the red tie instead of the yellow one. He and I got the same clothes. We just you know, Deshae mentioned this, and I hope you feel this way. You probably had no idea what you were doing. My mother did this last class, and I talked to her Sunday. I said, I go to graduation Tuesday, and she just kind of welled up like maybe I would have when I was a few years past graduating, something I really enjoyed. She loved it. She learned a lot, you know, and most important to me, she get to see people that run the place. It's not me. What really happens here, what's the most important thing that we do, most people will never see, and you did, or you will, or you can. And you know, I love this phrase. It's kind of, you know, it's kind of shining a light in some darkness, and the darkness is this institution, this world that we live in, and what we do is portrayed oftentimes in a very poor way in the media, in the movies, and all that. And so I just hope for all the time you've given that you walk away with a little different look behind the wall. And please don't go away with what I just spent 30 minutes trying to. That's not who we are, but it put the people I care about in jeopardy. And what makes me so angry is not it's that we work hard to change people. We spend a lot of energy trying to figure out what we can do to help you, even in spite of you sometimes. You don't know you need help. You don't know that you're off your medication. You don't know what addiction is. You don't know it's a disease. You don't know. And so we fight against you to try to help. And so to see some things that had happened in that situation that put the people who are doing incredible work at risk, it's just, I don't know. So I want you to remember the people that are working tonight. I'm sitting over here getting to cut up with you. I mean, this job's tough, what they do. Underappreciated, underpaid, undervalued, and they're the best at what they do. I've been all over the world. I've been all over in this line of work, and I am not even worried that you can ever prove me wrong. There is no people better anywhere at doing what they're doing than the folks who work here, and I know that. And so it's hard for them to feel appreciated, and I say this to them a lot. You know, I get a lot of positives when things go right. No one's ever called and said, thanks for keeping my son last night. It's not going to happen. It's our job. It's our responsibility. It is our job to keep them safe. It's our job to make sure that person has a chance to change their life. There's no better feeling in my whole life than to run into someone out there and I can look at their face. I know the minute I see you, not even knowing who you are, that you were one time here. It is the best feeling of all. because they're proud, right? I didn't do anything. But if a program here or the time here helped them reset their life, and they see me, it is just almost, look at me, right? It's the best. And I believe there are going to be failures. Sure, people go back. I've screwed up a whole bunch of times. But our job is to try to give the people opportunity to change their life. And so a little off course when you're dealing with a knucklehead like we were talking about. But I want you to remember what you went through. And I don't want that to be the important part of what you learned. So I said this to you a few weeks back when you started, but I know this to be true as well. This program would not have worked, doesn't work, without someone leading it and running it. That really, and I'm just going to be candid with, that's you. I mean, she is the community. We grew up here. We all work here. We don't know one thing that you would be interested in. We don't know. We live it every day. And to have someone who kind of walks in the world of the community's view and vision of what would be important, and I'm hard-headed. I mean, Deshae came to see me year after year after year, and I'd say, no. And she didn't work here. She'd say, I think we need to do a Citizens Academy. I'd make up something. Well, get a haircut next week. I mean, I was doing anything because, quite frankly, it seemed like a big old headache, and it also seemed like nobody's going to care. What we do is not sexy. What we do is not the world that you see in the world of the public. And so it was very hard for me to believe and understand that we'd have a room like this one day with people who would come and just walk and talk and understand and listen to the people who work here. And it would never have happened because I wasn't going to do it. And the more that Deshae kept pursuing and persevering, it was what changed the whole thing. And I won't ever forget the final straw was, well, if we're going to do it, you're going to come here and do it. We don't have the time to do it. We're building buildings. And so then we hired her. We tricked her to bring her in here. And if you've ever done another one of these in other places, I tell them, whoever it is, there's nobody better at doing what she does anywhere. Most organized. She's got the coolest initials in the world, and it works well. But this matters to her. It means a lot to her that she gets to walk away, and there's more people in the community who understand more about what we do, and she's already done it. I would thank the people in the back who really don't get the credit publicly, but when you walk through and ask them questions and are interested in what they do, I can just feel the pride from them. And so a couple of classes ago, I said I'd like for them to be here at graduation with you and have dinner and just be a part of it. So, we don't stage it. We don't tell them what to say. There's no book to read on how to do these programs. It's really come and see and walk and talk and ask the questions, and hopefully we can educate you in the best way that we can. Normally don't do this because you get in trouble. I picked my mom out as a favorite student last time, but I don't have favorite students, but I have some people I would like to introduce. Sophia Crawford, who is a juvenile judge here. Yes. Been a friend, and her whole family, Jay, everyone, and they're here as a part of the class. I think that's super cool, but their son-in-law is a rock star here and is doing really well. He, just a few days ago, standing right here, we welcome him into our SORT team, which is our Special Operation Response Team. They represent us in everything we do, from parades to funerals to crisis to the shootings to the God knows what. That's who's representing us. And so, Billy, if you raise your hand. Billy Crawford, thank you for being here. Crawley. The whole family, and we're, as Mr. Bayless said, we're always recruiting, and that little baby is going to get an application. If they can write, they can walk. If they can walk, we'll find it. So we work really, really hard at trying to find, good people. And oftentimes, whether it's families or relationships, it's really important for us to, I hope, be a place where people want to go to work. Today's days are difficult. I mean, what we're doing is we're trying to ask people to come work in an environment in a city where you can do anything and make a lot of money. I mean, it is. There's so many jobs and so much out there. To ask someone to come and live in our environment for what we're able to pay them it is very complicated, very difficult. We do well when the economy goes bad. because people are desperate for jobs and benefits and all that. The reality is, best I can tell, the economy is doing pretty well. And so all those job opportunities are attracting people that we may not be able to say, hey, you know, you do great 10 months, we'll give you a trip to Europe. I mean, we don't get to do those things. There's not a lot of extra to it. Mr. Bayless and others may have told you we started a program last couple of years because our staffing is a serious challenge. All over the country, what we do is in police work and law enforcement in general. So we flipped it upside down. We're looking for people. I have a 29-year-old son, 28, be 29 in a couple of months. And I always tell him, he don't care about benefits. He don't want a pension. He's 29, he's bulletproof, and I ain't staying there 30 years. So when we're out going, would you come to work for us? And here's what we'll do for you. He looks at you like, I don't want all that. What they want is money and instant, and I'll be here a couple of years and go do something else. And so we can either be hard-headed and old-fashioned like me and not hire anybody, or we can try to meet them halfway. What if I gave you the money that your pension cost? What if I gave you the money your health care cost on top of your hourly rate? Would you come here then? Yes. So what we do is we offer people to come to work here. If you don't want the benefits and pension, we'll pay you the hourly rate, $35 an hour. No one's paying that. So you and I work side by side tonight. You're working for no benefits and no pension, but your hourly rate's higher than me. I get a pension, days off, and I'm smarter than you. But my point is, they will figure that out at 35 and 40 years old, what's important. To walk away from a government job with a pension is pretty darn nice when you get older. At 28, they look cross-eyed at you. I don't want to be here for that long. So we're trying our best to be creative and recruit people in the world that they're in, because if not, you're going to be lost. And we are a people business. You know, that's what we do. We hire people, and we're responsible for people, and we want to make sure that we can get quality people to come to work here, and it's not easy in today's world. So super excited. I was telling our chief of staff, Carla West, you stand up, please. She's one of our chiefs. She was up here, got me in trouble in D.C., but I want to thank her. John Hudson is our chief of administration. He's also here tonight. I want to thank him for being here as well. My college roommate 4 years ago when we graduated, so I'm glad he's still around, but it was longer than 4 years ago, but it was a good time. Our other two chiefs are out of one of them's out of the country, one of them's out of the state, so they're not here with us tonight. But I want to thank both of them and the leadership that the sheriff's office has had for a long time. And I jokingly tell people we grew up here together, and a lot of us are seeing second and third generations come to work, and it makes me feel really good to see the quality of the folks that we're getting here. So with that, I hope, and I can't wait to kind of celebrate what you did. Hopefully it wasn't a heavy lift, but I love seeing the pictures, everybody driving motorcycles and buses and locked up in courts. I don't think I want y'all to be my jury. I saw you on the jury. I don't know how good that night was going to go. But again, congratulations. We'll have some fun, fellowship, and spend the rest of our night. I'll see you in a few minutes.
We are to our presentations, and so we're going to get Reggie set and Sheriff Hall. So as I call your name, just come down, and then Reggie will take a couple of photos. So Eugenia Aguilera.
Okay. How are you? Congratulations. Now Reggie's bossy. He'll boss us around. Watch it. So let's get this. Do this first. We'll give you this.
Would you mind showing them what's in that?
Oh, yeah. This is pretty cool. Just want everybody to enjoy yourself.
Pakiza Alexander.
Thank you very much.
Stephanie Ayub.
Reggie don't work. He don't know.
Janet Batchelor.
Goody. There we go.
Barry Brawley.
Go.
Adam Shaven.
License, there we go. There we go. Thank you very much.
Jay Crawford.
I think you recruited him for that $35 an hour. Now that he's retired. You got a win. We might not do that. You can get your babysitting job.
Yes, babysit.
You can get that.
Sophia Crawford.
Yeah, this costs me money because now he wants with those four-wheelers like
There we go.
Taylor Crawley.
All right.
Dorinda Davy.
There we go.
Thank you. Jacobia Dowell.
There we go. Thank you.
Give her the bear hug.
My mouth's getting dry. Smile.
Sherry Forrest.
By the way, I was tumbling around my son went to college. I was tumbling around trying to find something on social media. I'm not a real big social media guy, but it was a Facebook thing, and I was clicking around. I said, "There's someone sitting at my desk," and it was your.
We have permission.
That's great. No, I thought it was awesome.
Brandy Faust.
There we go. Get you the goodie. There we go.
Mike Frankich.
Thank you, sure, man.
Take your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Here, I can carry it for you. We can get this back here to you. Oh, yes, do that.
Renee Franklin. I'm sorry.
Here we go.
Felicia Green.
One second. We'll get...
Cindy Houston Hazen.
We'll get some. Jasper Hendricks. We got some. There we go.
Dr. Joyce Neal.
We'll get, thank you, thank you.
Valerie Norman.
There you go. She won up there, buddy. There you go. Congratulations.
Dan Rosenthal.
There you go. Thank you. There we go.
Jen Rosenthal. Dan, you're welcome to come down here with her. Okay.
Sorry. Thank you. This is our date night.
Date night.
Yes.
I'm cool for what we're doing. There we go.
Jordan Slaughter. Charlie Smith.
There we go.
Gary Walker. She went to school with Marcia Travis. Deborah Ward.
You too. Come on.
Here, so you can hold this up.
Wait. I'm on both of you. Oh, let's do Charlie's Angels.
No, we're good.
Okay.
But thank you.
I don't know what that is. I'm a little nervous.
Oh, he didn't. Oh, you don't know that.
I would like to keep my job. That's Evelyn Jurgen.
Marcia, you see?
Yeah, no, the one that was just. And last but certainly not least, Atzu. Whoop.
There you go. We don't make it easy. It's easy when you wouldn't get an award. Let's see. There we go.
Thank you.
Wow, so let's give everybody a round of applause. This journey started a long time ago, especially for Deshay, who starts recruiting and working and finding and trying to obviously get a cross section of Nashville and people who are interested enough to sit through what is a long time. There's a lot of hours. There's a lot of you're giving up of your time. We try to make it where you're not sitting still. There's moving around and try to throw some food at you every now and then. It's not bad, and try our best to make it a comfortable experience because you're giving up a lot of your time. And you know, today's world is unfortunately so instant to criticize, instant to judge, instant to all that. And it just means a lot to me that someone takes their time to come and listen and learn. You may not agree or like or love everything that happens. I mean, but I really appreciate you trying to figure out how we do it and what we do, and if there's a problem, you know, or you hear something in the community that we can do better, someone wants to understand that, please reach out to us. My favorite story is a couple of classes ago. I'm on Morning Line every month. Nick Barris, he's a fun guy, but he's a nut on TV because he can say all these crazy things while you're on there. But anyway. And I've been doing it for 20 years, going there once a month. And again, it's a chance to explain what all goes on. And so every month, I mean, you know, on the show, a lot of people, not a lot, people call in and ask questions. So I'd go on this show every month, and there would be this woman, and you don't know who it is, but you'd hear them talk, and okay, next up, Ann. And Ann would just tear my head off about everything was wrong, and and she'd rattle off these, and so she'd say, and I don't even know, civil warrant, they evicted somebody over here, I gotta get to, I don't even remember what it was. I mean, you're on a live TV show, and I'd say, Ann, I'll call you when I get back to the office. So I'd go back and get her information. I didn't know who Ann was, but she would communicate on the phone. So that went on, monthly, and it'd be a different problem. Some people in the world, you can't solve all the problems, but I worked hard trying to solve Ann's problems, but that wasn't working. So one month I was on there, and we were about ready to do a class. And I said, hey, we're about to have a Citizens Academy. And so sure enough, weeks go by, we're sitting here, and Deshae says, look who's on the list. There sits Ann. So we come in here, and that's been a year and a half ago probably, class-wise. And I'm not just saying this, I wish you'd talk to Ann. You would not believe what Ann said. After 8 weeks, not about me, about the people and the work. She has never called Channel 5 since. And I talked to her on the show, hey Ann, and she's not even calling in because I know she watches. But the point is, she took the time to come and learn and listen, and understand whatever that there's going to be problems. We're going to screw up tonight. We'll screw up tomorrow. But it means a lot to me that people take the time to do that. And it's a lot of time to give to sign up to do this. And so I appreciate your willingness to do it. Sit through it, be on time. We've tried to be organized so everybody has an expectation. Kind of a funny story. My mom was in this last time, and I would bring her every Tuesday. And I'd come, I'd go to work, go home, pick her up, drop her off. Like she's 83, she runs faster than I do, climbs trees and cuts grass. And so but I wanted to take her every week. And I'd drop her off. I'd come back at 9 o'clock and I'd sit out here and wait. It was the coolest time. Just like your kids, I'd drive home and we got to talk on the way home. And she would brag about all she learned and all the people and all the stuff that was going on. And for me, it was therapeutic. But I can just remember, by the way, funny story, the first week I picked her up, I was sitting right out here and I was trying to be discreet. I don't know why, just was sitting in the back of the corner in my car, and I said, I'll be in the back corner, just come over there. So she comes running out and she has stole the food. She hid all the food that she didn't eat and took it out in bags. And so it embarrassed me so bad. I said, what are you doing? And she said, well, I didn't eat all this food. It's really good. I said, well, you don't bring it home with you. That's for, left. And so guess what? It started the whole class. Everybody started bringing, y'all probably brought y'all's food home too. But it taught us a little bit that there was maybe not time to eat it or whatever. And so she embarrassed me, but she was really, really proud to have been a part of it. And a person who supposedly knows what we do here didn't have a clue. And so I wouldn't feel embarrassed if I were you, that you go home hopefully a little bit better prepared about what we do. And as Deshae mentioned, I would ask that you find someone out there in the world, friend, it could be family, it could be someone just moved here, been here, my mother, that would learn something from it, and encourage them to be a part of it. We've got hundreds of people that we go through, but we really want a cross-section of folks and people who are interested but also have the time to be a part of it. You don't have to love or like everything we do. We're trying to educate. We're not trying to, to convince people. We've got folks, I know the Mental Health Co-op, Dismas, others that do work with us, and to take the time to come and be a part of it with us is really, really important for me and for all of our staff. And so thank you. Thank everybody for being a part of it. I'm going to leave you with the way that Deshae convinced me, and I think this is so true. We don't have helicopters and we don't have boats, but we have fantastic people. And the people who really don't get the credit, maybe you being here was what keeps them here. And what I'm talking about is they don't get pat on the back. We try hard. We do a lot of awards, we do a lot of recognitions, but the truth is when you walk through on that night and we're just interested in how they do their job, it could be property. I see Wendy back here. Dealing with property, it's not the sexiest thing in the world. Very few people may ever walk up to you while you're doing your job, and what you make them feel like that you care about how they do their job may be the reason they stay here. It may be the reason why they do their job a little bit better. So just thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of it. We've got the best people there is. Have a great night.
I do want to say one more thing. I want to thank Sheriff Hall for letting us have this program. So thank you so much. Photos will be